Hello and welcome back to War Sales and our Pacifist playthrough. So this has literally been a time where we've not killed anyone. We've not fought anyone, we've not killed anyone, we haven't really done anything of a significant note. But we have quietly, very quietly, we have gained power. And, well, this is going to be the episode. Oh yeah, this is going to be the episode where we actually get down to it, and you're going to get to see exactly what we're going to do. Now, I have actually purchased some linen here. As you can see, I'm actually going to sell all of that. 8,000 in profit already. Actually, I purchased this for basically nothing. And we are going to be also selling a huge amount of flax. I literally purchased this for 3 per 1. I am going to be selling all of it. Why not? Going to be selling all the clay as well, or most of the clay at the very least. And then we'll sell a little bit of the hardwood as well, even though I have actually been creating quite a few javelins. I think we are going to probably need them. I know I said I didn't really want to overuse it, but if we want to make use of everything has a price before my character dies. Oh, it's kind of unfortunate that happened, to be honest. I really should have done the clever thing and literally just, you know, made him a little bit younger. That would have made that would have really made sense, you know. That would have made a whole great deal of sense. Anyway, what we're going to do is I'm going to head over to some of these other places. It's been a while, by the way. It's been a while. Oh dear. Seems like one of our convoys is going to get murdered. Yep, as you can see. What? He's a fugitive? What does that say? She became a fugitive? What does that mean? What? No, she's staying at Diathma. Oh, I guess... Oh, no, she escaped, I believe. She escaped. Okay. Is she actually still... No, she's not still a caravan. Okay, so that's absolutely fine. So she stopped doing that. Yeah, let's just call her. Let's just call her back and get her to be a caravan again straight away. I mean, why not, right? Why not? Okay, so we're going to get a decent amount of things from this. A good amount... Whoa, 61 from fish? That's absolutely insane. I purchased these for like 3, by the way. So, yeah, very significant bonuses there. I think silver is probably going to be relatively good to sell here too. The hardwood is okay. So might as well sell a little bit of it there. 18,000 we're getting from this. Might go for the iron ore. I don't know. I kind of like iron ore a little bit cheaper than that, to be honest. So probably going to leave it at that. And there you go. We have 297. We are very close. Very close, in fact. And we really just need one really good trade. And then we will be done. Oh, yes. Then we will be done. And then I will have the ability to speak to people and tell them that I want to purchase their house. And, well, technically it's not their house, really. But, you know what I mean. And, yeah. That is going to be amazing. That's going to be so fun. And hopefully we're going to be able to make that work. Do we need anything else here? No. Doesn't seem like it. Okay, so slightly unfortunate for me that we're not really getting a huge amount of really good stuff here. I mean, I could get some felt, I suppose. I mean, that's okay. It's not super amazing or anything like that. I mean, I guess we can just do a little bit of something here. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Sometimes we're just not going to get anything super amazing, and indeed we've had quite a lot of that happening recently. So yeah, unfortunate for me, isn't it? Yes, unfortunate. I am going to go over to Azerai territory though. I feel like that's probably going to be the way to go here. As you can see, I've already purchased a new caravan for our spice vendor companion, and she's going to do a very nice job, or at least hopefully she will. Otherwise, ooh, yes, here we go. So there's the oil, as I said. Well, as I purchased, oil is going to do pretty nicely here. So we did get about 5,000 for that. The question is, do I want to purchase anything else? Well, there are some animals here for a very good price, but I don't really want to do that right now. I don't really want to do any of this, actually, so we're probably just going to move on. I am going to literally just move on. I don't think there's really any point in us sticking around here for too long. Let's make our way over to Razich, and we'll see if there's actually any good prices there too. I mean, that's going to be a bit... I don't know. It's going to be a bit difficult to lock down those last points, but hopefully we're going to make some good cash in the next circuit that we're going to make right here. So we've arrived in Cyrenea. Now, I usually don't come here, so I was thinking to myself, okay, well, maybe there's going to be something nice happening. And indeed, there does seem to be. As you see right here, I actually did purchase a couple of pottery pieces and a little bit of felt. Might as well sell that. We can also sell the leather. We're getting already 6,000, which is okay, but the tools, whoa, okay, tools are actually selling a massive amount here. I actually purchased these at Odok for a very, very small amount, and indeed before that, well, it's actually not on here, the place where I sold, well, where I bought them. And yeah, otherwise, salt selling for 86, that's absolutely fantastic. And we can also get this, and we can also sell the clay. Obviously, the clay, I purchased this for 3 at Odok, and I can literally make so much cash right here. This is going to be amazing. So we can do that. We can maybe just sell the rest of the wool, sell the rest of the salt, might as well here, sell the hides, sell the oil, and then we got 24,000. Now, we do have the ability to purchase fish at 6. I'm not entirely convinced that we really want to do that, so probably just going to leave it the way it is. Going to sell some of the javelins, and then we'll just move on. As you can see, I'm at 299 now. Yes, 299. I am extremely, extremely excited. Let's see if we can actually make it. I just need one more point. Let's see how close we are, actually. How close are we? I can't see anything because... Ah, no, there we go. There it is. 4,000. Oh, okay, we need 10,000. Oh, dearie me. Okay, let's see. Minus 50% to deck movement penalty. Minus 20%... actually, plus 20% fewer troops lost when running a blockade. Ghost ship, I guess. Ghost ship. That sounds like the best course of action, I guess. I think that's probably the best one. Yeah, okay. I did get a new companion as well, by the way. The new companion is going to be making a huge, huge difference to us when we actually get a town. And I'm very much hoping we're going to be able to get the town pretty soon. Ooh, now this is amazing. If I can... Okay, yeah, I'm going to buy 500 of this. I'm just going to buy a huge amount of it. Let's see, what else do we want? Well, the velvet is obviously pretty nice. Tools, not too bad. 140 for tools. I guess that's okay. Maybe that's all right. And then we can go for a little bit of this, a little bit of the salt as well. Clay, I'm not sure if I really want to purchase that at 8, to be honest. A little bit too expensive in comparison to the other places that we can buy it. And yeah, how much experience do we get for that? Basically nothing, like 600 or something like that. Okay, let's go to tile. I'm betting on the fact that they need tools here, but they're probably also going to need maybe raw silk, maybe. It very much depends on what they need here. I mean, they've got a silk vendor, so yeah, as you can see, they do actually need it. That's hilarious. They do actually need it. Okay, that's fantastic. So we are just going to sell pretty much, well, not all of it, because as you can see, the price depreciates really, really fast. But we purchased this for 9. Just bear in mind. There you go. Okay, that's it. That's all we're going to do. Then we're going to do a little bit of pottery, a little bit of that. We do have some... well, we do have some velvet and stuff like that we can obviously sell a little bit more, but I think I'm not going to do that. I think I'm just going to sell the clay a little bit more, and is there anything else that we want to go for? We could... Did I sell the pottery here? Yeah, I sold the pottery here, so I'm not going to be buying that back. I could easily make that mistake. What about leather? No, we're not having anything to do with leather, so I will purchase some leather here. The raw silk is obviously going quite nicely for us. What about the wool? The wool is looking pretty good here, so I'm going to buy the wool. Hides are actually pretty decent too, actually. Yeah, let's do that, as well as the felt. I think that sounds nice. What about the salt? I'm already selling salt, so that's absolutely fine. Okay, there we go. How much experience did we get for that? Yeah, we got a load. As you can see, we're almost 300. Okay, so all we need to do is one more trade. I'm gonna bet Balgard is the place to do it. And as you can see, our son, I believe, has now advanced. Let's go for social. Social. And then vigor and endurance by the randomness. Yes, the RNG has provided us with a little bit of... Yes, a little bit of endurance and vigor. Not a terribly big fan of that, but, you know, if they would give me double points in social, that would be absolutely crazy. Okay, so, yeah, felt obviously going to be pretty nice. Leather, okay. Hides, all right, not too bad. Raw silk, very, very nice indeed. I think this is probably going to be enough to get us to 300, I assume... Yep, there you go. We did it. Oh, okay. Now we're going to need to do some cool stuff. Oh, yeah. All right. So here we go. What do we want to do first? Well, let's just try and see whether we can analyze. Ugh, yeah. Okay. Unfortunate for me that I don't have the ability to see the prosperity from every location. So I'm going to have to... What can I actually do with that? Can I actually see the prosperity? No, I can't see the prosperity on here either. That is unfortunate. Why question, why can I not see the prosperity when I've already been to these places? It should tell me the prosperity of our last known information. I think that would be the greatest thing for us to go for here. Akram is someone we don't know either, which is really, really bad. Because if I could speak to Akram, I'd probably be able to do something. Ooh, Balgard is low prosperity. Okay, who owns Balgard? I should probably check it out, right? I basically just want to... Oh, Tovir. Isn't he right here? Isn't that him? Yes, that is him. That is hilarious. Okay, hello there, sir. No, what? Is he serious? Is he serious? Is he trolling me? I think he's trolling me, to be honest. I think that's what he's doing. Alright, let's just call for my fleet. Is he coming back? Oh, he's coming back. That is hilarious. Alright, let's go into the keep. Let's go and speak to him. Hello there, sir. You absolute imbecile. Okay, I have a proposal that may benefit us both. Alright, so I'm going to be purchasing your town here, sir. What do you want? Oh, dear. Oh dear. Yep. That's going to be a bit of a problem, isn't it, friends? Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a problem. As you can see, me adding these javelins doesn't do anything. Oh no. Okay, this is bad. This is very, very bad. Okay. Well, I was kind of hoping that we'd be able to purchase at least a lower prosperity fief. This is a lower prosperity fief with only 3,100. It seems as though we will need to figure something out a little bit more. And I was kind of hoping that that would be really good, to be honest. We're going to have to go... I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do this, because we need to make massive money, but I don't want to spam smithing. That's the only thing. But this is the reason why I actually said quite a while ago that I wasn't a big fan of the changes made to Everything Has a Price, because they changed it. They changed the ratio at how much cash you're actually going to be able to or have to spend in these situations. And you see exactly what the problem is, right? You see exactly what the problem is, because obviously, just think about it. Why would I literally have to spend... I don't even know how much cash I'm spending with this, but I guess the best... Oh, you know what? I think the best thing that I can do is actually look at our friends right now. Let's have a look at our friends. Okay, so Asgotha is actually a friend of ours. She owns Vladiv Castle. I might be able to purchase a castle from her, but the problem with that is that... Castle, not great, right? Castle is not going to be good for us, and it's really not going to be very, very lucrative whatsoever. So the one thing that I can do, let's have a look. Who else is a friend of hers? Okay, these people are not friends of ours whatsoever, so that's obviously a problem. What if... Okay, wait. What if we can do something pretty cool here? What if we can speak to... This guy's the ruler now. He owns Throndalag. There's no way. There's no way he's going to give this to us. I'm going to send him a messenger because I am going to be cheeky, alright? I'm going to be a little bit cheeky here. There is no way in, well... any time whatsoever that he is going to basically be like, yes, I am going to give this to this random fellow. There's no way. So I'm going to see what he says. It's highly unlikely. Okay, let's have a look. Nope. Nope. Of course not. What about the castle? Yeah, he's happy to give me the castle. All right. I'll get the castle. Why not? He's going to give me the castle for 500,000. That's nothing. That's literally the cheapest thing I've ever seen. So that's obviously great. Let's go for social skill. Thank you very much. Let's go for trade skill. Yes. Perfect. Wonderful. And we're going to continue on to bounty count. Okay, so yeah, I was actually very much hoping... Okay, so we've kind of already... Well, we've started our conquering, kind of. Yeah, it's not going as swimmingly as I anticipated. Yes, let's just say that. That's kind of unfortunate. We can sell some of this beer here at least. Okay, so we're gonna have to get rid of more of our crafted javelins. Let me see if I can. I might be. You know what? Let's see if I can get that castle, right? Vladiv Castle. Asgotha. She's imprisoned. What? What do you mean she's imprisoned in Gretas Fjord? Why is she imprisoned in... Oh, I see. It has just been taken. Okay, well that's interesting. Okay, who owns this? Okay, Revel is owned by the Vlandians. I might be able to do something with that. Let me actually have a look here. Okay, who owns this? Ospia. Oh, of course he does. Of course he does. All right, let's see what we can do with that. I highly doubt that's going to work, but we can try it out. At the very least, maybe we'll be able to. Yeah, but things are not. Okay, she's given birth once again. Okay, yeah, that's obviously very good. I mean, let's face it. I think it's actually really, really nice that we have so many children. It is making things a lot easier. Oh dear. Of course. Of course. Oh, dearie me. Okay, let's sell, well, a lot of the raw silk. Running out of food is obviously great. Absolutely perfect. Let's just sell all of it. Sell absolutely every single thing that we can. Absolutely every single thing. I'm just trying to make as much money as possible right here. And then we're just going to be buying quite a lot of every kind of food stuff. Going to buy all of this. I want to level up my steward skill, obviously. I want to try to level up all of that. And there you go. Another skill point in trade, even though I do not need it whatsoever. And we are getting some pretty decent upgrades right there. Okay, so we need to speak to people. We need to speak to people, and we need to meet them and all that stuff. Okay, let's actually see here. She doesn't have any fiefs. Okay, that I guess that kind of makes sense. Okay. Yeah, well, whatever the case. Hello there. Hello. Okay. We have some people that I might be able to speak to. All right. Who do we want to speak to? Who do we want to speak to right here? I have no idea who owns what. Ostikos. Okay, let's actually have a look who Ostikos is. Ostikos. There is Ulbesos. Ulbesos. Is he here? No. He is, of course, not here. You imbecile. Why is he not here? What about this guy? Does he have anything? No. He has nothing. Of course he has nothing. Great. Okay, what about Agnithia?
If you please.
Let's see. Do you have anything? No, of course not. Okay, that's great. Well, I'm meeting them all, so I'll be able to send them messages later on. So I suppose that's actually a pretty decent way to go. Most of these guys only have 5,000. They've only got 5,000 in cash. I mean, really, what are they going to be able to do? Look at this. They literally have nothing. It's crazy. Okay, I have no idea who any of these people are. Some of these people are just... Oh, the Emperor. Wait a minute. He's the Emperor? Wow, that's crazy. Okay, Elena is actually the leader of this particular army. Very surprising, actually, to see that. And as you can see, look at that. Okay, very, very surprising. Right, okay. Ulbesos is the leader of the Northern Empire. Yeah, she's a member of the Ostikos clan as well. Well, that's obviously not going to help us in any way, unfortunately. I'm going to try and see if we can go to Revel. Maybe we can actually get something going there. Steward skill has leveled up once again. Let's see what we can get. Double the morale bonus. I think that sounds pretty good, actually. I think I'm going to be taking that. Because we're not fighting anything, right? We're not fighting anything. And so our morale is always going to be a bit of a problem. So, yeah, that's going to be very, very helpful. Okay, what do we have here? What do we got going on? Hello there. Okay, do we have... Who owns this? These guys? Yeah, okay. Let's actually speak to her. Yeah, of course, she doesn't have the ability to give this. Let's see. Who is that? Is that the guy? Is that the is that the ruler? No, it isn't. It's this fellow. I don't know where he is. He was last seen near nothing, apparently. So, unfortunate for me that I am going to be able to... Well, I have to search for him. That is now the biggest difficulty we have, which is actually ironic. All right, so we are now speaking to Mr. Caladog, and I could technically get Utherlame Castle for 867,000. There's no way I'm going to be able to afford Maranath, as you can see. Absolutely impossible for us to get that, but we can get Utherlame Castle, and so I am actually going to do that. I am literally just going to go and get the castles. I'm not a big fan of doing it this way, but I feel like if I have to get something, then I might as well get something, right? I might as well get something instead of getting nothing. And it is going to take me quite some time, unfortunately, to be able to earn enough money to be able to afford some of these towns. And so that's the reason why we're going to have some issues with this. But we may need to then just completely... We might need to just completely leverage smithing, which, as I said to you, I didn't want to do that. But what else can I do? You know what I mean? What else can I do? What else is there that I can actually leverage to make money? I don't know. That's the problem. Let's just sell all of this, everything that we can here. And a pretty decent amount of cash coming up from this. And also I'm just going to buy all of the hardwood that they have available. And we're just going to go into the smithy and we'll see what we can do. Because I think we should probably make... Well, we should probably make more, right? Probably make more of these. Let me just see what I can do here. Let's do something like this. Loads of these. There we go. And then we can maybe do something like this. There we go. And a little bit more. And then we can just forge some of that stuff. And it's very, very cheap to make these javelins, which I suppose is the point in comparison to other stuff. Can't believe I made a bent one right now. Did you see that? I literally made a crooked one. What? Come on now. That's absolutely insanity right there. Okay, yeah, so we can just refine some more here and then create some more. Yeah, it's unfortunate that I have to do this, to be honest. I didn't want to, as I said, but I was actually kind of hoping that a lot of the towns would be maybe around 2 million. As I said, 1.5 to 2 million probably would have been pretty nice. That's a kind of decent-ish decent-ish cost, to be honest. But now we're having to deal with this insane number, and I'm not entirely sure why it's like that, but you know, especially the lower prosperity towns as well. But I can only assume that the reason for that is that I need to increase my relation with these guys. I think that's the only thing that I could potentially do. Not sure if that's going to make a difference, but that's the only thing I can really try, I suppose. Alright, here we go, here we go. I am now in Odok. Obviously, this is probably one of my favorite towns in this particular series, just because it has provided us with so much really, really good stuff to sell. So this guy, he is the owner of Odok, as you can see, and yeah, well, clearly, even with 2 castles, he does not want to part with it. So, very, very unfortunate about that. We might be able to, maybe we can assuage him a little bit. Let's give him 100,000. There we go. We did actually increase our relation with him by 6. That's actually kind of decent. Not that bad, right? Not terrible. Not terrible. Kind of bad, but not terrible. So, yeah. What we're going to do is we're just going to... No, we're not going to do that. Thank you very much. What we're going to do is we're just going to do a little bit of something here. Nothing too dramatic. Unfortunate for me that we won't be able to do this. I am going to check and actually see who is the owner of these castles. Because that's going to be the one way that we can scale faster. So that's going to be the thing that we will do now. We will literally just try to get our hands on pretty much as many, if we can, as many castles as we can handle. That's going to be the next game plan here. And I think that's probably going to be the only thing I could really do. Otherwise, we are going to be out of luck. Out of time, and we're going to be dead before we know it. So, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a problem. Going to give her some money as well. Going to give her about, 69,000. There we go. We got 7 relation with her. This is just to lay the groundwork, just in case we actually get to speak to the clan leader. And then once we speak to the clan leader, we might be able to get a better deal, or they might be more inclined to well, be nice to us, kind of. Alright, so I actually found Monchug here, and he's willing to give us Dinar Castle for a very cheap price, actually. A super cheap price. Look at that, 316,000 in actual fact. Now, Dinar Castle is indeed a lower prosperity castle than Tepesh Castle. Tepesh Castle is looking really good right now, and that's the reason why he actually wanted a castle for that. So what I could do is I could go for Tepesh and we could try to get that. No, we can't. We can't make it, unfortunately. But yeah, you could see there it's much more expensive. So we will just take this instead. And no, not Tepesh. We'll take Dinar Castle instead. And we are just gonna do this, and that's it. There you go. Okay, so we've now basically got our hands on another castle. Now, I'm going to take a look at Tepesh and actually see what the prosperity is like, because I'm kind of interested. Prosperity is 1,100. That is not very good. Let me take a look at the castle that we just gained. 759. I mean, that's not really that much different, to be honest. I don't know why that would cost 600,000 more. But okay, that's actually kind of staggering. So in other words, we now get a bit more of an opportunity to sort of see what the prosperity translates into when it comes to the actual cost. Like, for example, Hakun Castle, as you can see right there, is literally 1,862 prosperity, which means that's going to be a harsh time. That is going to be extremely difficult for us to make work. Unless we can, you know, gather loads and loads of cash. Obviously, as you've no doubt seen so far, we're actually not doing too badly in terms of cash right now because we do now have many fiefs. And these fiefs are going to make a massive difference to us. Okay, more social skill, more trade skill. Thank you very much. Let's do that. There we go. And, yeah. So if we can actually... yeah, if we can actually start speaking to... we need to speak to that guy. What is that guy's name? Altu? Wasn't that guy's name Altu? Yeah, it was. Wasn't he here just now? Didn't you see him just now? Yes, there he is.
Peace to you.
Hello there, sir. He actually has a quest. He needs garrison troops in Korinia Castle. That might actually be something that we want to go for here, but I'm actually just going to see if I can buy one of his castles from him for a very cheap price. I can actually do that. Unfortunately, he's going to require something. Yeah, Korinia is way out of our league right here. I could potentially trade one of these. Do we want to trade one of these? He wants Uthalame Castle. How is Uthalame Castle doing? That's the question. That's the thing. I don't think I want to do this right now. I think what I want to do, I'm going to send him a message, right? I'm going to send him a message when we have enough cash, and I'm just going to buy it outright. Because you can see our settlement income right now. Our settlement is not doing too badly. Our settlement is literally like 4,700. So we're actually getting a decent-ish amount. Not, well, you know, it's not awful. It's not the worst thing ever. It could be worse, I suppose. And yeah, we're just gonna buy some fish here. Just want to make sure I have enough. Yeah, but we're just going to be selling this. I need a very large marketplace. I need 5k on, I think. 5k on is probably going to be having some pretty decent marketplace value. And maybe we can make... I'm kind of hoping about 70, 80,000 here. 47? Nope. Okay. Apparently not. What's a prosperous town? What's a prosperous town for us to go to? But yeah, we're gonna send a messenger to Altu in just a second, and we'll be able to get that castle really soon, and then we'll be okay. Yeah, this is slightly better, 52,000. Very nice. Okay, so let's send a messenger to him now, and I'm just gonna buy the castle just straight up. That's all I'm gonna do. I am just gonna buy it straight up from him. And there we go. Okay. Don't really like trading in castles too much. Can I actually... Yeah, okay, we can actually do it. That's great. Okay, so yeah, he's asking me for basically every single little bit of cash that I have. Okay. What about Korinia Castle? Do you want to give me that too? No, you don't. Of course not. Okay, well, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Let's do it. Okay. I'm taking risks here just purely because I need to, because otherwise Barney's going to die and we are going to be left with nothing because he has no one that can really take over. He has, you know, everything has a price. He's our only lifeline here. That is our only thing that we can really do anything with. So I need to make the most of it as much as I possibly can, as early as I possibly can. So we are now making a little bit of extra cash. What do we own now? Urzener Castle? Yeah, Urzener Castle down there. Okay, so that's actually not too bad. And what is that? The Kurgit clan. Okay, yeah, that's not really going to help us that much, I don't think. I think Zionica has just been taken by the Western Empire. It seems like that to me, at least. I don't know. Maybe we should try and speak to some people in here in just a second. Okay, so let's do this. Sell some fish. I mean, I don't need trade anymore. You see, I don't need trade experience anymore. So the only thing I can really do is just sell some stuff in and around this area. Oh, Nemos. I think I need to speak to him in just a second, don't I? I think Nemos is actually someone that has some thieves available. He doesn't. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. That's kind of unfortunate. Ah, Orakos. Orakos, come over here. No, that's unfortunate that I'm not going to be able to speak. Oh, hello. There's a load of them. Hello there. Oh, yes. This is good. Oh, no. I thought he had a thief. Okay, these guys don't have thieves, do they? I don't know what's going on with that. This guy also doesn't. Okay, this is very strange. Who has a thief then? Let me actually see. Does it actually show me on this readout? It doesn't seem like it. No. It doesn't seem like it. No. Okay, fine. I'm going to have to speak to them individually then. That is... Oh, that's annoying. Oh, well. Let's do it. Alright, so I'm actually doing a task for Garios here, and this is actually going to give us our first look at what it would be like to do something completely pacifist with a task that gives you the opportunity to attack and actually bonk people in the face. So, let's see what happens here. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, give the landlord a small bribe for his men and continue to collect revenues with their help. That sounds very good. Let's do that. As you can see, a relation has increased with village notables. That's hilarious. As long as you're not stealing from me, it's absolutely fine. I'm a landlord. Yes, that's perfect. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, anyway, we're doing revenue farming for Garios here. And this is definitely going to reduce our relation, potentially, with the village. Maybe not? No? No? Okay, apparently not. No, that's absolutely fantastic. Okay, so we can now head on to the next one, and we can continue collecting. I'm going to speed things up really, really fast right there. Let's see here. As your men were collecting the tax, the headman shouted out to you across the fields that there has been an outbreak of the flux in the village. He warns you for your own good to stay away. Okay, tell your men to be careful and to touch nothing in a house where anyone has been sick. Yeah. Yep. Let's do it. Village relation decrease. Ooh, okay. We're getting a load of relation with someone, though. Load of relation with the Harfit clan for some reason? How are we getting relation with them? That's a Khuzait clan for some reason. Why are we getting anything for that? Okay, that's kind of funny. All right, let's just zoom ahead. The headman tells you that most of the villagers even, can't afford the rest of the tax. They offer crops and other goods as payment in kind. Refuse the offer, break into their homes, and collect all rents and taxes by force. They're going to give me a Cantarian charger. No, I'm going to refuse it. Oh, no, I can't do that, actually. Collect all rents and taxes by force. Isn't that actually combat? So I'm going to have to accept the offer here. Even if it's not combat and it's just like a thing that is done in the dialogue box there, I don't want to risk it, just in case it does actually take us into that. That would be pretty bad, in my opinion. Okay, let's go for authority here. I did actually level up once again as well. I'm not entirely sure what to really spec into at this point. What are we going to actually spec into here? I guess cunning? some cunning so that my scouting skill can continue to level up, I suppose, a little bit. There doesn't seem to really be much else for me to really go for here. Anyway, Garios, I'm going to speak to him now. Hello there. Yeah, here's your share. There we go. We gained significant skill points. Pretty nice. And, ooh, now that's good. Look at that. 18 relation with that guy. Okay, so now the thing is, right, he's not really going to, you know, he's not really going to let us take his towns. No, he's not really going to let us take his towns. I highly doubt. No, neither one of them is going to be up for grabs. But later down the line, when he has a castle or something like that, maybe we're going to get a pretty lucky attempt there. Okay, so she's still a prisoner, by the way, so we're not going to be able to speak to her. We might be able to speak to this guy, and or what? Wait. Harfit? Who's the leader of this again? Akram. Ah. What does he own again? He owns something. I'm not entirely sure what. He owns Odok. Okay, well, that's not really going to work, is it? No, that's not going to work at all. So I am going to send a messenger to Altu as well. And we'll see, maybe we have enough money to be able to buy his other castle. I was kind of hoping that Asgotha would be available at this point. But unfortunately, she is not. So we will have to be a little bit saddened by that, to be honest. Hello there, sir. All right, here we go. Karinia Castle. Yep, we can actually get it. Are we... No, we cannot actually get it. We're giving him all of the castles. As you can see, the castles don't even do... Well, I mean, they do quite a lot, actually. They do quite a lot. But yeah, unfortunately, no. That is his last castle, obviously, so it is probable that he just doesn't want to... he just doesn't want to separate with it just for that reason, because they are... He is going to basically lose his entire reason for living, basically. So, you know, that is a thing. You know, that is a thing. I have been obviously creating additional javelins and stuff like that, because that has been our only way to really generate this much money that we actually need to be able to do these actions. And hello there, sir. Okay, so let's see if we can make... We're not going to be able to afford this in a million years. Actually, I think I can probably afford this. Let me actually just see here. Ooh, okay. Urzina Castle is actually insane. If I can earn... How much do I need? We're almost at half. We're not really at half, but let's just say we're at about, what, 35%? Is that 35% to you? Maybe. Maybe that's about 35%, maybe about 30%. Anyway, point is, if I can get another little bit, we're going to need we're probably going to need like 2.5 million or something like that to be able to afford this. That's going to be harsh. Oh, okay. Hello there. So Durthart has now died of old age, and you can see here with the election of a new monarch and their objective complete, the De Aramank conspiracy of Vlandia disbands. Because obviously they wanted to try to take over the Vlandian leadership, and they weren't able to do that, obviously, as you can tell. And because Durthart died. He died before they could do it. So it's actually pretty fantastic for them, I suppose. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I did actually buy some helmets and stuff like that because, well, you know, business with, you know, the gold and so on and so forth. I had to try to make sure that I was as balanced as possible. Ostikos, do we know the leader of Ostikos? If I can type, there we go. Ah, this guy. Okay, yeah, let's send him a messenger. I might be able to get Atrion Castle. I'm thinking we probably will be able to. He, yeah, maybe. Yeah. Nope. Never mind. Okay. I'm actually kind of surprised that he is so, that he's really wanting to hold on to it that dramatically. Yeah, it's kind of strange actually, because I feel like if we can afford Odok with 2.5 million plus trading a castle, I find that quite strange that we would have to spend 2 million on Atrion Castle. You know, like that's kind of strange. I don't really understand that, but yeah, as I said, I am not a terribly big fan of the way that the perk has been changed in terms of its ratios and how much you're actually going to have to spend and stuff like that. But I mean, that's what we're going to have to do. Let's see if we can make it happen. It's going to be a little bit of time. It's going to take me quite some time to actually do this, to be honest. And I think I might even die by the time we do this. 60. Okay. Oh, no, actually, no. It's okay. You know, it's all right. How is our wife doing? She's now 29. It's been 11 years. It's been 11 years since we married her, so that's pretty harsh. That is pretty harsh. Okay, so, yeah, I just need to buy some fish here real fast. There we go. Okay, so, funnily enough, I mean, you can see here, look at the raw silk is selling for 293. 293, this is actually insane. Unfortunately, it does depreciate extremely fast, but I actually purchased this at Aprilia for 9, so, I mean, really, I don't think you can really say no to this, and generally, I don't have any hardwood. Well, I do have 300, so I guess I could make some javelins, but I'm trying to be a little bit careful with that right now. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's just buy some of this. Might as well buy some of that, and then we can go into the smithy and just do that the old-fashioned way, I suppose. Let's just do this. Massive amounts, and then we can smelt all of this, and we're going to be getting a load of wood as a result of this, which is actually super, super nice. We're also going to be able to get a load of wood from the wooden hammers as well. Alright, so it's been quite some time. I actually don't know how long it's been. Let me actually just take a quick look and see what his age is. 61? Has it only been a year? Really? Has it only been a year? Is that true? If that's the case, then that's okay. I was a bit worried about that for a real quick second. Anyway, we've made friends with Encurion. I have 62 relation with him. I have no idea how this happened, by the way. It must have been a problem, or shall we say a benefit, by one of our caravans or something like that. It must have been a caravan, issue. Maybe our caravan saved one of the villages that they had, or I don't know. I did not do anything with him. I did not do a quest or anything like that. So, yeah. Anyway, point is, we do have a guy here that I wouldn't mind speaking to. I'm not sure if we're going to have enough cash to be able to buy anything from him. I'm hopeful that we'll be able to buy this castle. Yes, we can. Isn't that amazing? Oh, yeah. That's absolutely fantastic. So, we are going to get that straight away. Thank you very much. I've literally been searching high and low as much as I can for as many castles as possible. I've literally talked to so many people, and unfortunately it has been a pretty terrible time. Pretty terrible time, because these guys, they will not give up pretty much anything, and it's very, very lucky if they do. That's basically how it goes right here. I am still selling raw silk, of course. And, yeah, I'm obviously still trying to stockpile as much hardwood as I possibly can, because that's really going to make a huge difference to us when we are creating our javelins and doing our wonderful smithing spam, which is not exactly... I don't really want to do that, but that is... Well, that's the only way that I can really earn that much money to be able to do everything as a price and actually get what we want going on here. Oh, hello. Gunda Roving. Wait a minute, let's have a look here. Gunda Roving. Who are you? Ah, Oh, it's Ragenvad. He's not going to sell me anything, is he? He's not going to sell me anything. Not in a million years. He's quite a, well, quite a stingy fellow, I think.
I'm glad that you received my message.
No, I'm going to decline your offer. I'm so sorry. He wants us to become a vassal, but I cannot do that. That is just not going to work. He wants me to have this. What about this one too? Can you... He's giving me both. I'm sorry I called you stingy, Mr. Ragenvad. I'm sorry. I am more than happy to take these off you. What about Varchek? No. I will take those, though. I will take both of those castles. Thank you very much. Okay, so we now have this literal castle right here and this castle right here. That is actually kind of insane. Look at what we own right now. These four... These 4 castles in a row, no less. Very, very nice. Okay, so just gonna slap a whole bunch of money in here. We will need to do that. The one thing that I need to do, though, is I need to try to repair the loyalty. Well, actually, the loyalty doesn't even matter right now. The loyalty does not matter at all. So I think what we'll do is, yeah, we need this, first of all. And we need that, obviously, for construction speed. Yeah, the construction is literally 0 right now because of the loyalty situation. I've already placed my governor in one of my castles, and I'm hopeful that we'll be able to generate a huge amount of prosperity so that we can... Basically, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to have a launchpad property. In other words, what we're going to be able to do is use this property as a bargaining chip to potentially get a town for a cheaper price. That's the idea, at least. Not sure if it's going to work, but that's kind of what I'm hoping for. What we're also going to do is we're going to go to our fiefs here. As you can see, this is where our governor is. She's doing an amazing job already, as you can see right there. Massive amounts. Everything else is sucking. Everything else is sucking so dramatically, it's actually crazy. So what we'll do is we'll go to the party screen. And I am going to do this. Now, this is something that I haven't shown you before. I've done this a number of times in series and stuff like that, but not in this one. And so I'm basically, all I'm going to do is I'm going to limit the amount of garrison wages that they can be to about 300. As you can see, each individual one is about 300 here. This one needs to go a little bit lower. Yeah, so these are... basically the garrisons. They used to be at 400, right? They used to be at like 400, 370, 330, 330, and so on and so on and so on. And it was terrible. That was really, really bad. We did not need that. That was pretty awful. We have one space for an additional companion, by the way. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and find one, aren't we? We're going to try and find one. I think we should probably also try, as you can see, we're going to get some troops that will be deserting from the garrison here. Technically, what we could do... I don't think I can actually do that, though. If I try to donate people into the garrison, I don't think that actually allows us to do anything. I think that's not going to allow us to gain relation or anything like that. Let's actually just go and see whether that's the case. I don't think it is. No, as you can see, I can't do that. Yeah, I can't do that. I would have to be allied with the faction to be able to donate troops. So there's that. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we found that out, didn't we? Yes, I think we found that out very, very nicely indeed. Okay. So yeah. Unfortunate for me. I would love to be able to purchase a huge amount of flax here, but the thing is, I'm not sure if that's worth. I don't think it's worth it anymore. I don't think it's worth it anymore for us to do these kinds of trades, because what they're going to do is they're literally going to give us about 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. That is very, very good when you're trying to level up trade skill, but as it stands, I just can't. I can't spend the time doing that, finding a place to sell it for a decent cost, and then just going through with that whole process. It's going to take way too long, and, well, time's a ticking, isn't it? Yes, time's a ticking. Time's ticking away, and we need to be a little bit more... well, a little bit more ruthless, I suppose you could call it. But yeah, we're going to have to do a little bit of something here. So it looks like this is going to be our next target here. Sikanas, as you can see, has Tamna Castle. Now, Tamna Castle itself, as far as I'm aware, is not actually even that good. As you can see, it's literally... Oh my, what? Why does he want so much money? Is he just a terrible person? Yes, that's probably the case. Yeah, I guess I could give him some money, I guess. I could give him some money so that he likes us a little bit, but the funny thing is, literally getting 7 or something like that with him is not really gonna do much. So it's kind of, wow, pretty harsh. Not sure what's going on there. All right, well, there you go. I mean, we do have him in our list now, so that's actually quite nice. So pretty happy with that. That means that I can literally just send a messenger to him at any point, and then we can maybe make something happen from that. I'm going to continue speaking to as many people as possible here. I'm actually making, as you can see, 20,000 every single day, almost 20,000 every single day. That is making a huge, huge difference to us, because I can just run around doing what I need to do, you know, finding where these people are. As you can see, this guy actually owns this. Funnily enough, well, clearly, Oh, dearie me. Yeah, funny thing is, I think that as soon as we get our hands on a town, everything is going to change.
Now then.
Everything is going to be insanely good for us. As you can see, we might even be able to... Yep, I can actually afford this one. The question is, do I want to get Akisa Castle? No, I don't. I really don't. The funny thing is... Why does he want so much money for this? This is actually crazy. Okay, I'm going to give him 68,000 just to increase his, his relation with us a little bit. Obviously, this is not really, not really the best idea, all intents and purposes. But I'm kind of just trying to do what I can and build some relation with some people. And when the time comes, I will swoop in and I will purchase all of their stuff from under their feet. Well, would you look at that? Oh yeah, we finally made it to 275 in charm, and well, I basically have no use for this. Yeah, I basically have no use for this whatsoever. There is only one thing that we could potentially get from this, and that is if we became a mercenary. That would be a pretty exceptional thing to do. But the problem with becoming a mercenary is that our fiefs are then up for grabs. But, and this is going to be a bit of a funny thing, to be honest. If you think about what happens if you become a mercenary. What happens? What are your benefits for becoming a mercenary? Well, you do get an exceptional amount of cash every single day, which obviously is fantastic. And you also get the ability to leave a faction at any time with 0 cost to yourself. However, as a mercenary, I don't know. I have actually never done that before. I don't think we have the ability to hold territory, or should we say to hold fiefs and stuff like that. So if we became a mercenary, it would probably strip us of our stuff, of our hard-earned castles, and that would be pretty bad, in my opinion. I think that would be pretty bad. So I think the one thing that we would need to do in that case is do it first. Obviously, that's very much, dependent on your style, your strategy, whatever you want to do in that situation. But yeah, I don't think I actually need to do any more smithing. I haven't actually been doing that much, as you can quite clearly tell. I really haven't. I mean, obviously, the amount of hardwood that I have now is kind of stockpiled. And, well, I actually thought, you know what? I actually may not need to do it. I might not even need to do it because the amount of cash that we're actually making right now is so significant that I don't think it's actually necessary. I mean, look at what we can gain here. Like, we can gain however many javelins we can make. Like, I don't know, 11, 12 javelins. And this is the point. Basically, what we can do is just like that. That's it. Boom. Like so, right? But now here's the thing. Look at what we can do. I can sell this for 26,000. That is actually not big money anymore. Like if you look at my overall, look at my daily amount that I'm actually getting right now. I'm getting 20,000 daily amount. And I guess it is additional to that, right? So we are getting that on top of what we are already getting. So I guess it's worth it. I guess it's worth it for me to do it because then we basically get double the amount every single day if I manage to get to a town in that time, and or maybe even more than that. As you can see, we're getting 79,000 from this. So I suppose it is worth it. But I was kind of thinking to myself whether I should take off some people from the caravans and stuff like that, but they're actually still doing a fantastic job. As you can see, they're still getting us 6,500. Our settlement income is the majority of our money now. But yeah, let's actually just see here for a real quick second. Visatos. Sikanis. Yeah, you're not gonna trade anything with me. He's not gonna trade anything with me. He doesn't like me, I don't think. So yeah, this is not gonna work out too well. But maybe we can ask him. We can try and ask him and see what's going on. Maybe he'll be more likely to say yes now that you're here. Who knows? Maybe maybe that will persuade him a little bit. I hope, at least. Yeah, but we can just trade a little bit more here. There we go. Yes, once more. We're just going to get some of this. Bear in mind that, funnily enough, I'm actually... Why am I getting influence right now? I mean, like, why is my influence going up? Because I'm not technically a vassal or a mercenary or anything like that, so it's a little bit strange. Alright. I guess that... guess that's that. Where is my messenger, by the way? Why is he taking so long to get to the guy? Did he just get taken prisoner? Oh, no. Wow, he was super far away. Okay, I'm not entirely sure where he is, but whatever the case, he's finally reached him. Oh, okay. Wait. No, he's actually, like, in some random place. Okay, yeah. As you can see, he does not want to give me this whatsoever. That is to be expected. I think I've spoken to him before, and I think in general, yeah, he's not very much willing to part with that. I really want to speak to this guy if I can. I don't think... No, he's not here. His wife is the only one that's here. Bannerlord. I actually have no idea where this guy is. I've never encountered him ever before. He could be a prisoner still. Is that true? No. 1105, right? No, that's been 4 years. There's no way he's still a prisoner, right? Ah, look at that. All right, so we reached clan tier level 5. As you can see right there. Literally, no battles done. Clan tier level 5. This has been the most painless way to level up clan tier that I have ever seen. And generally, I did do this one time before, but obviously I was fighting at the same time, or generally not really caring that much about pacifism or whatever. But this time around, obviously we do. So yeah, this is an extremely, very efficient way of doing it. Mekalovia Castle, yeah, unfortunate for me that this guy actually wants a bunch. Yeah, as you can see, Urzina Castle is actually crazy for him. Why does he want Urzina Castle? No, wait. What did he want? Ah, they want Utherlame Castle extremely badly. Why do they want that? I have taken a look at it multiple times. Look at this. This has a prosperity of 1,000. Utherlame is just over there with 1,000. I don't actually understand. Why is it that they want this so much more? This is very strange because this guy isn't even a Botanian vassal, so it makes no sense because obviously there's a Botanian culture here. So you'd think that it would be the other way around. You'd think it'd be a Botanian vassal that wants it back. But no, it isn't. So very, very surprised. Not sure what's going on there. As you can see, the loyalty situation is pretty bad here. And I think I might actually transfer one of my governors over here, to be honest. Oh dear. All right. Okay. Oh dear. No, this is terrible. Okay. So I was kind of hoping, let me update you on the situation real quick. I wanted to speak to Mr. Melodier. Yes. If I could speak to Mr. Melodier, as you can see right here, he is actually the leader of a tier 4 clan. He has Pendrake Castle as a potential fief. And I would have loved to have spoken to him, but he's in this army and they are getting clobbered. They are getting absolutely 100% clobbered. Unfortunately, they've placed them in the garrison here as well. Do you think I can speak to him? There's no way, right? There's no way they're going to allow me to speak to some random prisoner in here, are they? Maybe they would. Maybe they would. Wait. Let's actually have a look-see here. No, he's not even here? What? I can stage a prison break too, if I want to. I can stage a prison break. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be happening. Okay, wait. Wait. They've taken someone? I seem to think that they have taken some prisoners away from this. Is that not true? Yeah. Is this the guy over here? No, maybe. Those two have some prisoners. No one else has any prisoners. So I will follow them. Where did they... Do they actually have prisoners still? Yeah, they do. Okay. Yeah, this guy. This guy has 23 prisoners. Okay, so he's moving pretty slowly. Maybe I'll be able to speak to him. Where did he go? Oh, there. There we go. Okay, nice. Okay, let's speak to him. Okay, no, he doesn't have anyone. All right. Who is the other one that actually had prisoners? Apparently, I have lost them or they have gone into a nearby town. That is somewhat unfortunate. Maniolis. Let's have a look here. Who's this? Vipon. Of course it is. Of course it is Vipon. I should have known. Right? I should have known it was him. Okay, well. Yeah, we're getting vassal offers from all over the place all the time. Generally, I would say might be an idea. But I don't really want to be attacked. That's the thing. I don't really want to be attacked. If I can help it, I'd like to try and remain as neutral as possible for as long as possible. But there is going to be a time, or there is going to come a time where I might have to get involved, as it were. Sorodos. Okay, Sorodos. Let's take a look at Sorodos real quick. Okay, that's Saratis. Actually, yep, okay. Let's send him a messenger. Maybe we'll be able to make something happen. I transferred one of my governors, by the way, over to Utherlame Castle because we were having a huge problem there with loyalty and the construction was basically halted at 0. And then we don't want that. We want to try and make sure that the loyalty there is at least a little bit good. And let's try and get Remtor Castle for us. As you can see, we can actually get Remtor Castle. Hilarious that we can spend 1.6 million on this. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. Anytime I have the ability to get anything, I will be saying yes to it. No wonder what it is. No matter what it is, even. And that's literally it. That's all I'm going to do. And we're just going to queue up absolutely every single thing that we can here. And then we're going to go for it. And the great thing about this is that I have Parade. Yes, I have Parade. Now, you may be wondering, what is Parade? Well, you're going to get to see exactly what I'm talking about right here. So, let's see. Parade is here. +5 loyalty bonus to settlement while waiting in the settlement. Absolutely fantastic. And as you saw right there, I just got presence as well, which also provides me with +5 security per day while waiting in a town. This is perfect. Wonderful synergy for us right there, which means that we are now even more... Well, we are of even more benefit. Huronag actually died just now. That's actually really good for us. Because Huronag was... Oh, wow, there's 2 of them. Okay, I actually have... I don't know who's who. Okay, this guy is now the leader of his faction, or shall we say, of his clan. And they own a bunch of stuff, as you can see. They own Samira Castle. I actually want Samira Castle if at all possible, so let's actually send him a message too. And we're just going to continue waiting here for some time just to try to buffer the loyalty and the security of this particular place. And we'll see if we can maybe make something happen here. I'm not sure if the pop-up window is going to come up. Doesn't seem like it. I'm going to have to exit here. Let's see if the pop-up window comes up now. It might take a little bit more time. There we go. Okay. And let's see if he's going to give this away. Because the other guy was not willing to give it away. But this fellow might be... Okay, he is. But... yeah, we're going to need 1.5 million. We're going to need 1.5 million. That's not bad. That's okay. I can get 1.5 million. That's not out of the realm of possibility. Ooh, Lagater has just been taken as well. This is actually fantastic. Wait a minute. Dionikos? Wait a minute. Let's have a look at them. Meritor? He owns this? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. He's an Empire vassal, but he is literally under the banner of Britannia. Okay, must have defected or something like that. That's pretty crazy. All right, let's see what he's actually... Nope, of course not. Yeah, there's no way he's gonna give that up. But I was kind of hoping, considering he's a defector, that he might do that. Just through some sheer force of craziness or whatever, but no, of course he's not going to. Anyway, I'm going to show you the map right now, just so you can get an idea as to what's going on. And yeah, I need to zoom in a little bit. So we obviously own Erziner Castle, which is all the way down there. I do want to get rid of that if I can at some point, because it's just too far away for me to be able to really do much. I mean, I don't really go over there anymore. If I could get Odok, then that would be fantastic. As I said, I'm going to need about probably 2.5 to 3 million to be able to get Odok, and then I could also trade something with it. And I was hopeful that I would be able to trade something like one of the further castles away from that. Maybe Remtoil itself, which we just took. Yeah, Utherlame, I don't know. But we own 2 of these castles right here, and then we also own a bunch of castles in the very distant north. And you can see there, obviously, we do own 5, actually. I don't know why we own so many. Okay, ooh, wait a minute. What's this? Holdring. Let's have a look at this guy. Murin. Okay, GG. Yeah, well, this is the point. We don't have... unfortunately, any way that we can find out information about vassals. Yeah, we're going to have to search high and low for this one, I think. Maybe we'll get lucky. And we'll be able to do something. Garios, I mean, it very much depends on what we want the victory condition to be for this... concept. Should I call it a concept or should I call it a series? I don't know. Technically it is kind of a concept, I suppose, but yeah, I'm kind of thinking, do we want... Oh, wow, there he is. Wow, that's actually crazy that we were able to come across him so fast. Okay, so hello there. I will buy this from you. Oh, he... Yep, no. He's literally... Wow, that's quite significant. But he doesn't really have that much cash, so I don't blame him. I don't blame him in the least. But it would have been really, really nice to consolidate our territory a little bit more there. That would have been pretty fun. Kesar Castle. Owned by this guy. Okay. Yeah, there's no way he's going to say yes to us. Not in a million years, but who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky. Let's try it out. Basically, well, this is just what I've been doing. This is literally just what I've been doing all the time. Just trying to find a good deal. Oh, hello. Okay, he really wants Dinar Castle for some reason. I don't know why he wants Dinar Castle, but it is so significant to him that he's willing to basically give up other things. Yeah, look at this. Urzana Castle does nothing for him. Dinar Castle, on the other hand, absolutely insane. Okay, let me very quickly... I'm just going to look and actually see what's going on here, because Dinar Castle is here. It's right next to Baltakand, but the thing is, Kesar Castle... Oh, I see. He's trying to pull a scam on me right now. Yeah, he's trying to scam me right now, because here's the thing. It doesn't really matter what Dinar Castle is. He obviously wants it because it's right next to Baltakand, but also, he's trying to scam me out of money. He wants me to trade one castle for another. I'm sure they're both the same, exact same, in terms of stats, almost. And all he's wanting to do is just get that lump sum of cash. That's literally it. I'm pretty sure that's literally it. Yeah, so the Nords are almost eliminated, by the way, as well, as you can see. They have 1, 2... wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fiefs. That's it. They just have 7 fiefs. That is all they have, which is actually kind of crazy. Yeah, but we should be able to very quickly expand as time goes on here. Once we have further established some of our castles, we should be really, really good. I'm at age 66. Oof. That is gonna be... That's gonna be very harsh. That's gonna be very harsh. However, and this is the very cool thing about this concept, quote unquote, we are going to have some dynastic gameplay here. We are going to be turning into a dynasty for sure, and we are going to pass over to our child here. What I am actually going to do, and I think this is probably the best course of action for us to take, is I think what we're going to do is when Barney dies, because it feels to me like that might happen quite soon, we are going to take over as our spouse, and then when our children get to the appropriate age, I'm going to be turning them into convoys as well. Oh, I actually have another space for a companion. Okay, I didn't realize that. Okay, I need to get another companion straight away. I need to get another companion. Okay, let me very quickly go ahead and do that. But yes, that is the plan, at least, for what we're going to do, because all of our children, if they are running convoys and running caravans, they're going to make so much in terms of trade skill. They're going to get so much trade skill, and they might even be able to level up to 300 trade by themselves, which would be amazing. So if we can make that happen, I'd be very, very pleased. Oh, here we go. Yes, we got another companion. That's amazing. That's wonderful. All right. we're gonna just, I don't know, assign him somewhere. I don't know where, but I'm gonna try and find a place. Anyway, that is gonna be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.